You have been walking through shadows, haven't you? Feeling the weight of a world that barely notices you, dragging your heart through endless nights, listening to the silence that seems to answer every whispered prayer with nothing. You've wondered why life has handed you so many moments of emptiness, why the people you trusted betrayed you, why the very universe seems deaf to your cries. And yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, still searching for meaning, in a world that seems determined to break you. The pain you feel is not random, it is not punishment, and it is certainly not the end of your story. It is the crucible in which the divine is shaping you, the invisible fire that refines your spirit, preparing you for a calling that only you can fulfill. You feel the loneliness deeply, as if every eye in the world turns away the moment you try to show them your truth, as if every voice you hear whispers doubt into your soul. And yet there is a voice that never leaves, a whisper beneath all the chaos, telling you that you were chosen long before the world even knew your name. There is a reason why betrayal has tasted so bitter on your tongue, why nights have stretched so long and prayers seemed unanswered. This is your preparation. This is the shaping of your heart, the quiet molding of your purpose, the unseen work that no one can witness but the divine. When you felt abandoned like Job, wondering why misfortune piled upon misfortune, the divine was not absent. It was quietly teaching you endurance, patience, and faith, showing you that even in silence there is a voice, even in despair there is a light, even in rejection there is an unseen embrace that holds you steady. The ones who hurt you, the doors that closed, the friendships that crumbled. These were not random events, but necessary awakenings, each one a thread woven into the tapestry of your destiny. Consider Joseph, sold by those he trusted, thrown into a pit of despair, yet rising to lead nations. Consider David, hunted and hidden, a shepherd in exile, yet destined to wear a crown. These stories are not distant myths, but mirrors of your journey, echoing the same pattern of trials before triumph. You have felt the weight of silence, the crushing heaviness of nights spent questioning everything, wondering if God has forgotten you, if your prayers float into the void unanswered. And yet the truth is that this silence is not emptiness but a sacred pause, a space where your character, your resilience, your vision is being formed, where the divine is quietly whispering lessons that only the heart can understand. You have been betrayed, not to break you, but to show you who is truly aligned with your path, to awaken discernment and reveal the truth hidden beneath appearances. And as you walk through this fire, you begin to discover a strength you never knew you possessed, a courage born not of comfort, but of endurance, a clarity carved from suffering. And in the darkest moments, when it feels as if no one can see the tears falling, when it feels as if every prayer is swallowed by the void, there lies a hidden truth. These are the moments that shape your soul, the nights that ignite the spark of revelation, the wilderness where your purpose is waiting to be discovered. There is a quiet power emerging inside you, subtle but undeniable, a knowing that you are being prepared for something far greater than you can yet imagine, a skill, a wisdom, a patience that rises only from the deepest wells of struggle. You start to notice the small signs, a dream that repeats, a message that appears just when you need it, a door that opens seemingly by accident. And in these signs, you glimpse the hand of the divine guiding you, nudging you toward your destiny, even when you cannot yet see the path. And yet, even as these sparks of revelation flicker, the journey is far from over, because understanding does not come all at once, clarity does not arrive in a single breath, and the true purpose of your pain has not yet fully revealed itself. You are standing at the edge of awakening, poised between the weight of your past and the promise of your calling, and the moment that will bring you the revelation you have been seeking is closer than you think. hovering just beyond the horizon of your understanding, waiting for the courage to step fully into the truth that your suffering was never meaningless, that your trials were not in vain, that the divine has been writing your story all along. And now, as you feel the trembling anticipation building in your chest, as your heart begins to sense that everything you thought was loss is actually preparation, you realize that the next step, the step that will reveal the hidden purpose behind every tear, every betrayal, every lonely night, is about to unfold. But before that can happen, there is one last truth you must see, one last shadow you must walk through, one final lesson that will unlock the transformation hidden within your pain. A truth so profound that once it touches your soul, nothing will ever feel the same again. And it is here, in this quiet tension between despair and revelation, that we pause, because what comes next will change everything. And now, in the stillness after the pause, you begin to feel it. A shift, subtle at first, like the gentle stirrings of wind before a storm of clarity sweeps through your heart. The final lesson, the truth that will illuminate the reason behind every heartbreak, every betrayal, every sleepless night begins to unfold. It is the revelation that your pain was never punishment, never random, but a divine orchestration designed to awaken the chosen one within you. Every wound you carried, every silent tear, every moment of loneliness was a step toward the person you were always meant to become. You start to see the invisible threads weaving your story together, connecting the betrayals to the lessons, the losses to the hidden gains, the nights of despair to the mornings of revelation. And in this clarity, you recognize the strength that has been growing quietly inside you, a strength forged in the furnace of suffering, tempered by patience and polished by endurance. You realize that the darkness you endured was not to bury you, but to prepare you to rise, to step fully into a purpose that is bigger than your understanding, that transcends the limits of fear, doubt, and human expectation. The signs you had been glimpsing, dreams, coincidences, sudden insights, were confirmations of the divine blueprint of your life, evidence that the universe, though silent at times, has always been moving to align you with your destiny. And now, as the revelation deepens, you feel the veil lifting, seeing with new eyes the true purpose behind your suffering. It was all a preparation for impact, for influence, for a calling that only you could fulfill, a role that requires the heart that has known betrayal, the spirit that has endured loneliness, and the soul that has faced the shadow and refused to give in. The realization comes like a crescendo of music within your chest, a rhythm that matches the beat of a destiny long awaited. And you understand that every trial was a teacher, every night a sacred classroom, and every tear a drop of holy water that nourished your spirit. You remember Joseph, thrown into a pit, forgotten yet raised to lead nations. You remember David, hidden and hunted, yet destined to reign. You remember Job, stripped of everything, yet blessed beyond measure, and you see yourself mirrored in them, not as one who suffers aimlessly, but as one who is being made ready, being polished to a brilliance that can only come from enduring the fire. You begin to notice the quiet power that has grown within you, a deep knowing that even when no one sees, even when no one understands, you are moving in alignment with a divine plan. Your empathy has expanded, your discernment sharpened, your patience stretched beyond what you thought possible, and all these qualities are not accidents. They are the gifts given to you by the very struggles you once wished away. And now, with this awareness, you are ready to awaken fully to your role as a chosen one. You see the doors that once slammed in your face now turning open, the paths once hidden now illuminated, the connections once obscured now appearing clearly before you. It is the moment when preparation meets opportunity, when pain meets purpose, when the seed planted in darkness finally blooms in the light. And as you stand at this threshold, you feel the weight lift from your shoulders, the heaviness of doubt dissolve, and a surge of courage fill your chest, because the divine is not only with you, it has been moving through you, shaping you, guiding you, and empowering you to step into the life that was always meant for you. You realize that every rejection, every betrayal, every sleepless night was a step in a divine choreography, a sacred dance that leads you to your destiny. You understand that your journey has given you something priceless, the wisdom of endurance, the clarity of vision, the courage to act, and the faith to believe in the unseen. And as this understanding settles deep into your soul, a sense of calm certainty replaces the fear and doubt that once haunted you. You feel a resonance within, as if the universe itself is affirming, yes, this is your time, this is your purpose, this is your calling. You recognize that your pain has served a higher function, that your trials were not obstacles but instruments, not punishments but preparations, not losses but investments in the fullness of who you are meant to be. And in this recognition, a transformation begins. Subtle at first, like dawn breaking over a horizon you didn't know existed, but growing steadily, filling your entire being with the light of awareness, the strength of resilience, and the clarity of destiny. You begin to see the world differently, no longer as a place that ignores you, but as a canvas awaiting the touch of your purpose, a stage prepared for the unfolding of your unique mission, a garden where the seeds sown through hardship will finally bear fruit. And as this realization becomes a living, breathing presence within you, you feel a deep, abiding reassurance. The divine has never left, has never abandoned, has never forgotten. Every tear you shed has watered your soul. Every night of doubt has prepared your mind. Every moment of despair has sharpened your spirit. You are no longer just surviving, you are awakening, rising into the fullness of your calling, stepping into the destiny that has been waiting for you all along. And now, in this sacred moment, you understand. The time of preparation is over. The moment of purpose is here. The path illuminated by your trials is ready for your steps. And the chosen, one within you, can finally walk fully into the life, the mission, the divine impact that has been written in the stars and carved into your very soul. You are ready to rise, ready to fulfill, ready to embrace the power, the wisdom, and the love that your journey has forged. And as you do, the world begins to shift around you, aligning with the divine plan that has been quietly moving all along, affirming that your pain was never meaningless, that your trials were never wasted, and that the purpose behind every struggle has now revealed itself, calling you forward into the destiny you were always meant to claim.